and it's just, that's why I'm glad we don't, North Korea would be one that would be a shit show if something ever went down.
Right. They wouldn't even know, man.
No, they wouldn't.
They would. They'd have no way to.
Imagine that. Either, China's going to step in, then you're going to have, South Korea involved. You're probably going to have Japan involved. So that's going to be a war right there, automatically. If you woke up tomorrow and North Korea had collapsed, what happens?
After,
chaos.
Well,
chaos.
Yeah, it'd be chaos. It'd be chaos.
Oh, it'd be chaos.
100%.
China don't want, a capitalist, country on their border, especially an ally of the United States on their border.
See, the thing people forget about North Korea too is their citizens are basically brainwashed.
Yeah.
They're cut off from the entire world. They don't even really have internet access. What Kim Jong-un says is what they believe.
Yeah, they
if he tells them he shits gold, they're like, "Oh, our supreme leader shits gold."
What did he say? He don't pee or poo or something like that?
Yeah, he doesn't pee or poop. There's some great facts about this fantastic guy.
It's like, so you tell me my man's don't pee or poo?
And they're just like, well, we can't Google it, so I guess he doesn't pee or poo.
I mean, think about it. Like, just about anywhere you go, they have two pictures in their house. I mean, like the Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il and all of them, they're like gods.
Right. You think his sister's going to be next?
I
think she is.
I don't think so. I really don't. I really, really don't. We're talking about North Korea here. I don't see them doing that. I really don't. I think somebody else would step in. But who else they have in the family? It would have to be someone in the Kim family. I mean, shit. He offed his brother.
He did. His half brother, though, right? Yeah.
I think it was his half brother or something like that.
That was when they faked the reality show, wasn't it? And tricked those women into poisoning him. That's what that was. They took these two women, for anyone that doesn't know, and for like 3 or 4 months, they had these girls just go out to people in public and just pull little pranks on them. They're like, "Here, take this, whatever it was." I'm trying to think of something they rubbed on their fingers. Go wipe it across their nose. Haha, we're all laughing. And eventually, they got them to do that with his half brother and laced it with poison, and then charged these girls with murder.
Oh wow!
Because that dude is fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean that's what happens when you cross a family like that. I mean that's shit like that happens, and
his uncle was apparently stripped naked and fed to 120 starving dogs in 2013.
That's a shit way to go.
That really is.
That's a shitty way to go. Would you rather go with a knife in your ass or 20 dogs or however many dogs?
Well, it also said that was in front of hundreds of spectators, so probably the knife in the ass. I guess if you're putting me on the spot on that one. If you had me in a cage and you're like, you have a week to decide, I don't know.
I mean, either way, let's just go ahead and say it's either way, it sucks. Completely.
Oh, 100%.
Now,
Kim Jong-il invented the hamburger.
Yeah, that's a fucking good one.
I'm sure he did, yeah.
I mean,
he had a supernatural birth.
Oh,
the funniest one in this article is the world loved him. He never used a toilet.
Yeah, he don't pee or poo, man.
Neither one of them, apparently. The Japanese stole time.
Wait, what?
North Koreans believe that during the occupation by the Japanese imperialists in 1919, time was stolen. In 2015, Kim Jong-un decided enough is enough. North Korea set its clocks back by 30 minutes on August 15th.
So they just set the clock back 30 minutes.
Right, and said that we got our time back.
That's
yeah, awesome. Did you ever watch Vice when they went over there? It's probably been a good 10 years by now. When they played that basketball game with Kim Jong-il.
I've watched a lot of those documentaries, not that one per se, with the basketball one.
I think that one, it's on YouTube. It's called The Hermit Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a creepy-ass part in it, which... Actually, did you see The Interview, that Seth Rogen movie?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You remember that part where they're at the grocery store and everything's fake?
Yeah, it's a fake.
That happened to the Vice crew.
Oh,
they went into this grocery store and it was completely empty except for like 2 workers. Everything was fully stocked. And they were like, the hell's going on here? We know you guys don't really have food.
Yeah.
They take him to a computer lab with these kids. All these kids are on the internet. And one of the cameras leans over and just catches this kid. He's just staring at the screen, and it's on the Google homepage. It was all props. Like, North Korea faked their country for Vice.
I'm not shocked, honestly. I'm really not. I think...
Right. Pretty sure they kept the power on, too, because they shut that off at night.
I mean, imagine, though, trying to escape those. You hear about those stories all the time.
You do.
I mean, there was a dude back in 2017, 2018, the dude that ran across the DMZ or one of those little areas. They found him. He was so malnourished. And he had, worms. I mean, and this is a soldier in the North Korean army.
Right.
This is not a farmer. You know what I'm saying? Usually the military, they keep pretty well fed to the most part. I mean, if you're going to get, honestly, that's your best bet if you're somebody you want to join the military over there because at least you get something. I mean,
hopefully
maybe,
they see this. Hopefully.
Maybe, but yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Are they able to just bail to South Korea? Does South Korea take them?
Yeah, I mean, if you get over there, yeah. I think I've never heard anything about South Korea saying no. It's basically, can you get over there?
Right.
I don't think they'll expedite somebody back over.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people have to go through China and go through there. I guess it's a little bit easier going through the Chinese border than it is, the South Korea border. Basically, they have to go across to China. And I mean, I read a video that some girl was like a sex slave. And she finally got over there. Like her mom was, as bad as it sounds, and it was fucking awful. Her mom was fucking raped and just so her kid would live. Just so her kid would get out of there. And she made her way to South Korea and everything like that. And yeah, it's fucking crazy.
You know what's weird though is it's May now, and Yoon has been pretty damn quiet since January.
Well, they thought he died not long ago.
Right. He likes to test the waters when we get a new president. Obama gets elected, he showed his, or not him, Il showed his shit. Trump gets elected, he showed his shit. Biden gets elected, I don't think he's said much recently.
Do you think that was, whenever Trump had that whole Singapore conference, do you think that was legit? Like, do you think that was actually for good?
It ended, they met, 2 or 3 times? I know it was at least 2, but it ended up being pointless. But I do think both sides really did want to try.
Yeah.
It's just you had Trump, who was stubborn, wasn't going to budge, which is, for the best in that. Then you had Yoon, who's stubborn, because, that dude's a dictator. He can do whatever the hell he wants. And they just didn't budge. But I do think both of them went in there hoping they could get the other one to give in a little bit.
Yeah.
A deal would have been cool, but... And I'll say, as much as I hate Trump, he tried.
Yeah,